Most businesses panic during a downturn, but smart ones, they profit off of it. If you get this right, a recession won't break you. In fact, it'll make you untouchable. There are only 3 things in life that are guaranteed: death, taxes, and the economy going up and down. In this video, we're going to review not just how to survive a recession when you're a business owner, but to actually scale your business in a recession. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and let's get into it. I have to start this video off by talking about the most important concept that not enough people talk about, which is efficiency. Efficiency is not the same thing as being effective. Let me break down the difference. Being effective is being able to get from point A to point B. So for example, if you're a business owner who is looking to acquire 100 more customers in a year, if you were able to do that by the end of the year, then the strategies and the tactics that you used were effective. They got the job done. They got you from point A to point B. Being efficient is getting from point A to point B using as little resources as possible. So that's using as little time as possible, using as little money as possible, and just getting there through a very direct path. Maybe by the end of the year, you're able to acquire 100 customers, but are you able to do it with less ad spend? Are you able to do it not working more hours in your business? Efficiency is a really important concept, and it seems like some people have really only thought about it for the first time when they heard of the Department of Governmental Efficiency. You really need to be thinking about how you think about efficiency in your business and how it can be a complete game changer. It ties into one of the most important things that you can do to get ahead during this time. The first is to trim the fat and not muscle. Here's the thing: when the economy is doing well, when people have more disposable income than ever and they are willing to spend on services and products, you actually don't have to be the most efficient. You're able to run your business even if you're not maybe looking at the books as close as you need to, even if you're maybe spending a little bit more than it actually would take you in order to get things done in your business. It's okay because it's offset by the fact that you do have business, you do have people coming to you. But this is the time to get things right by reducing the amount of waste in your business. Notice I'm not saying cutting costs. Notice I'm not saying peeling back on just how much you're spending. Now, I'm all about thinking out of the box, guys. A lot of the times when I say words or concepts and I emphasize them for you, it's because I want you to think about it in a different way than everybody else is thinking about it. We are trying to get ahead during this time, so we cannot operate the way that everybody else is operating. So when you hear waste, you might be thinking, oh, I don't have a product-based business. I don't have waste in my business. But you do, because waste is not just about literal defects and products that have gone bad. Waste is about being inefficient. Again, we talked about inefficiency already, right? We are trying to do things with as little time as possible, as little resources as possible, as little energy as possible. And I'll give you an example. If you had to make it to the bank by 5 p.m., if you had 10 minutes to get there, what would make more sense? For you to hop in your car and go from your house to the bank? Or are you going to hop in your car, go to the mall, go for a walk around the block, have a conversation with a friend, drive to a restaurant, grab food, and then go to the bank at 6 p.m.? Some of you might hear that and think that's absolutely ridiculous. I would never do that. But you literally do it every single day because you do things in the most inefficient way when it comes to all aspects of your business. So you get to the bank at 6 p.m. and you're surprised that it's closed and you think, no problem, I'll just come back the next day. When the economy is good, when things are flourishing, it's okay that you're being wasteful. It's okay that you're using more gas, spending money unnecessarily, not valuing your time as much as you should. But when those purse strings tighten up, we need to think about getting from point A to point B in the most straightforward path possible. So again, we have to audit the waste that's in our business. We have to really reflect at where we can trim the fat while again keeping the muscle, keeping our business the best possible business possible to still serve our customers and to generate revenue. I have a resource on this for you guys down below in the description box. So if you're interested in exploring this topic more, you can download that. The other thing is recession-proofing your offer. We all know that business is about solving problems. And the reality is some of you guys might have an offer suite right now that doesn't fully do that. Maybe you have one offer that's really focused on a central problem and a couple of other offers that you're offering just because you think it'll make you more money or just because a small segment of your audience might want it. But now is the time to again trim that fat, trim the things that aren't contributing to your real take-home revenue and keeping your customers happy. So it's time to double down on those recession-proof offers that are really solving a problem. Because when you are solving a real problem, it doesn't really matter if the economy is up or if the economy is down. People are going to come to you to help you work through their problem. problem. And I can give you guys an example of this. I have worked with law firms twice before in my life. I'm talking, I have spent serious money, like over 5 figures, in order to work with them. And guess what? The customer service wasn't the greatest. They didn't respond back to my emails very timely. They weren't on the ball with my case and giving me updates. So some people might be shocked to hear that I would still refer those law firms. And like, not just if a gun was pointed to my head, like I would gladly refer them to other people. Why? Because at the end of the day, after paying all that money, they got me exactly what I needed. They solved my problem. Again, that's not something that everybody can do. Not everybody can solve the problem. So if they're getting me the results that I need in a marketplace where not everybody can do that, I would absolutely refer them. So imagine, I'm telling you guys that I was willing to spend 5 figures with not even great customer service just because my problem was being solved. Doesn't matter whether the economy was up or doesn't matter whether the economy was down. Ultimately, they were able to deliver on exactly what I paid them for. This is the position you need your business to be in. This is the position you need your offer to be in. You need to be so great at solving the pain point of your client that they're gonna come back no matter what, and they're gonna bring a friend. Now, one of the most important things you can do during a downturn is to focus on strengthening your operations and not just selling more. Here's the thing, we wanna think differently about profit than everybody else is thinking about profit. A lot of people think that in order to grow your business, in order to make more profit, you need to constantly be getting more customers. You need to be getting more clients. This is the typical way that most people think about scaling and growth. However, during a recession, during an economic downturn, you actually just might not have as many clients. You might not have more clients, but it doesn't mean that you can't make more profit. Well, how do we do this? We all know that profit is your revenue minus your expenses. But here's the thing, what if you focus on decreasing your expenses? So all that spending that you might not have been keeping a close enough eye on when the economy was at a high, when the customers were willing to spend money, when you had more money to spend, time to really start reviewing those things. This is a great time to focus on your internal operations, to focus on your processes, to focus on the tools that you're using to support you in order to ask yourself that question of how can I be more efficient? How can I get things done using less time, using less energy, and using less money? If you can really take this time to hone in on your operations and the way that you do things in your business, it is what's going to allow you to 5x to 10x once the tap is turned back on, the money is there, and the clients are flowing in. A recession is really the perfect time to double down on what's working. This is where winners are made. This is what really allows you to get ahead of the curve, and this is what will make you more successful than others at a time when a lot of people are going to be struggling. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps with the algorithm, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.